All right, here we go. We're live.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody.
Wow, welcome back. What a break.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
How you feeling this Saturday morning?
Saturday morning cartoons.
How you feeling this Saturday morning?
Yeah, I feel good. It's pretty good. I feel good every time I have a day off and every time I get to hang
there we
out
go.
with,
Exactly.
my
For
buddies.
real.
Yeah, it's great. We had a little break.
Yeah, we've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
But we're back.
What was it, like 2 weeks?
The boys are back.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah, it was actually a little over 2 weeks. It was supposed to be about 2 weeks, but now it's like a little over.
Yeah.
So anyone wondering why we're here on a Saturday morning?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Anybody who's been watching the news in America, at least, you said you saw it on. It was on TV in
Yeah.
California and shit. All the traffic.
Yeah. No, we were originally supposed to have the show on Thursday at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I was coming out here with Chris. We left around 5 because we wanted to be here early and, do something.
We left earlier than that because we were going to do something.
Oh, we left like 3:30 or something. Yeah. And we were just in like bumper to bumper traffic. It was just like crazy snow, rain, ice, madness. And
that's all you saw on the news.
There were accidents up and down the BQE. And so we couldn't move.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was nuts.
Yeah, it was very stressful. So that was one day.
That was bad.
That we had. And now we had to switch it over to this day off because it was my only other day off and the only day we could get.
Luckily,
Chris.
our guest was still in town.
We were very fortunate.
Yeah.
To have our
very special guest.
Very special guest.
Very special guest.
Yeah, dude, it was nice. So
that's cool.
So thanks for joining us again. This is episode 13.
Yes.
Right? 13, which is
we're teenagers now.
Yeah, apropos for our guest.
There we go.
13. It's a dark number. You gotta.
It would have been sick if it was Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it would have been sick if it was Friday.
We should have held off for the next one. Just gone hiatus.
All right. Don't worry, we'll get it at 113.
But we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the help of some of our special Patreon supporters.
Yeah, well, we may be here, but they are helping.
We would have been struggling a lot more. Shout out to our supporters for this past week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever. Brian Kranz, Stephen Globe, AJ DeLong, and Mark Vanderbilt.
Yep. Shout out to our Patreon supporters, and we want to thank each and every one of you guys for having easy names to pronounce.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It helps out. Also want to give a shout out to our sponsor of the week, which is brought to you by Richard Vaughn, who is the creator of a skating documentary called Rolling Along an Inline Movement. It's a amazing skating documentary. Rolling Along an Inline Movement is not a skate film, as you know. What it is a historical documentary that looks at the sport we all know and love. From its birth to rapid ascent to fall off and current status, the documentary has it covered. With Be Free as the host. Shout out to Be Free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Be Free is the host.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Features interviews from big names. Chris Edwards, Tom Heiser, John Julio, Frankie Morales, Coco Sanchez, and Michael Pollack.
Wow.
So big names in there, too.
That's amazing.
So it wasn't just like someone and their friends doing it. It's legit. Also won some awards. Winner of the 2017 Madrid International Film Festival for Best Editing of a Documentary.
Let's go blading.
Yeah, and the 2017 Amsterdam Film Festival Van Gogh Award for Prodigy Auteur.
Whoa.
So
Van Gogh Award in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So Rolling Along an Inline Movement is available for stream on Vimeo on demand as well as Amazon Prime. And DVDs are available at Intuition Skate Shop and Oak City. Support the skate shops that support us.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Especially especially Be Free.
Yeah.
That guy was meant to be a host.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was starting a show, wasn't he? Like a while ago?
Yeah, a while ago, he had a pilot for a TV show that was meant to be on the Travel Channel, and it was like the medium was supposed to be blading, and he was like hosting or showing new cities like through blading and stuff like that. So he shot that with Chris Dafick and myself actually about
did you?
9 years ago.
What happened with
in Chicago. It was a pilot that never got picked up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that one day.
I know.
I saw like little teasers and stuff.
Yeah, Daniel Kinney made it. Shout out Daniel Kinney.
Oh, shit, really? Yeah. Damn, sick. But let me play this trailer for Rolling Along an Inline Movement by Richard Vaughn.
I'm Coco. I have a couple passions right now, and one of them is rollerblading, and I've been doing that my entire life.
Well, my name is Frankie Morales. I've been skating since I was 13, so I'm 31. That's 18 years.
My name's Chris Edwards. I'm a rollerblader. I'm a father, and I'm a builder.
My name is John Julio. I'm founder of Valo Skate Brand, Demigod Distribution, and then the Blading Cubs.
My name is Michael Palik. I'm a former professional rollerblader.
I'm Tom Heiser. I'm 40 years old this year, and I started skating in 1989, basically.
I'm Brian Freeman, and I'm going to be your guide through this voyage of blading. Show you where it's been, where it's taken us, and where it's going.
I don't even know what to call what we do anymore. Is it aggressive inline? Is it freestyle rolling? I don't know. Call it what you want to call it. We're doing tricks on blade.
Rolling along an inline movement.
Check it out, everybody. Like we said again, available on Amazon Prime, video on Vimeo on demand, and Intuition Skate Shop in Oak City. And for more information, check out rollingalongdoc.com. We have a link down below as well.
There's some cool stuff in there.
Hell yeah. Edwards?
Yeah, Edwards looked like he was just like, that didn't look like old footage.
Yeah.
That looked like he was just skating like yesterday.
I think he still probably skates.
Totally.
Yeah.
He just, if he has his legs,
he's just completely
he's
off the grid.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's good to see new footage
we should head out to him. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Every week, or we haven't been on a couple weeks, but every episode we have an iTunes review of the week. This week, Ingo for life. Ingo for life. Ingo. All right. Love the chemistry between these two. If you're someone who finds it hard to remember birthdays, but for some reason can still name every skater that ever rode for Mind Game, owned a crank strap, or still look at handrails and think, nice, then this podcast is for you. Well, thank you very much, Ingo for life. We seriously appreciate every review, every follow, every subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you're reading this and you're checking our thing out for the first time, or if you've been with us for a while, please go on our YouTube, subscribe, go to our iTunes review, give us a 5-star rating, give us a review that says, oh my God, I can't believe how handsome these hosts are, and make us feel good because we need to be reassured constantly.
We're at 132 5-star reviews on iTunes. That'd be sick if we get to 150. If we get to 150.
150 would be nice.
Yeah, you guys want to get in there and give us the 150, that'd be sick too.
A nice round number, you know?
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Gotta get up there.
Gotta get it up.
We have our WTF of the week this week as well. I don't know the name of the fella, but because it was reposted by somebody else, and there was
my God, this WTF of the week.
There was a few names tagged. I don't want to credit the wrong person. There was a few people tagged, and I couldn't exactly pinpoint which person it was. But it's very interesting. Let's see.
Yeah, if anyone could help us identify who this person is, other than a crazy man, because look what happens. What was he trying? Was he trying to jump over that?
I hope
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
With that speed, you better be jumping over that.
If he's trying to jump over that, this guy is not only WTF of the week, but he's skater of the year.
Yo, for real.
Dude.
And we skate with Franco. We grew up skating with Franco, and that's still bad for us.
And we grew up skating with Franco. Exactly. That just puts it in perspective.
But if you guys know who that is, drop a comment down below, because I couldn't credit the person properly without knowing exactly
whoever that is, shout out to that guy, because that was nuts.
Yeah.
I feel like he's in Europe somewhere, because that looks like the spot looks European, does it not?
Yeah, it was somewhere in Europe.
It doesn't look
because
like
it was Russia, I think.
It looks okay.
I think it was Russia.
I was about to say it looks Eastern European.
Yeah,
Russia. So
could be Russia.
I don't know.
We just want to give a shout out to Jose Peralta, who was the winner of our Dead giveaway last episode, who won. Yes, congratulations. Won himself a fresh set of Dead limited edition wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had a challenge last week by Ryan Jackalone that there is no winner still.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this. We're going to extend this.
Mm-hmm. Without the discretion of Ryan, we're still going to extend it.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'd be down for it.
Look, Ryan's down, but there was a challenge on the Jackalone episode where he said he's going to give away 2 sets of his Pro FR wheel that are still in the package from back in the day.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a huge.
Yeah, that's super sick nostalgia to have.
Yeah, this is like an old, product that's like, it's a relic.
Yeah, definitely.
And the only thing in the challenge, he wants to see a toe slide on vert.
So we
toe or heel.
Toe or heel.
But and no one's gonna do heel.
Yeah, no one's
because because we don't want to be responsible for anyone getting seriously injured.
Yeah.
But if
we had a few submissions, but they were outdated. Like he wants some new shit. Some shit from a few years ago. And we had the only real attempt we had was from Shredpool.
Yeah,
I was there for.
I saw that.
He did like a nice tap, but it has to be like a nice official slide. He was still very satisfied with it, which I would be too, because just to do any toe type of thing on a vert ramp and survive is crazy.
Well, shout out to Shredpool for trying.
Yeah,
but here's the deal. We're extending this to the 30th. We're not taking any more submissions after the 30th.
Okay, so if you want yourself a fresh
And
set of...
if you want these wheels, which I suggest you should, just go out there and try this thing, because this is they don't make these wheels anymore.
Yeah, it's super sick to have that.
So either go out there and get a toe slide, or go out there and break your neck, or entertain us, whatever the case may be.
Or get WTF in one way or another.
But we want to see a winner for this contest. So if you guys can do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, and we have
seconds.
Where's mine? Oh, there we go. Boom. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet, the Seconds VOD by Mike Torres, starring Alex Broscow.
Mm-hmm.
The magazine just came in, and this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
By the way. It looks like a small thing, but
it's really good.
Yeah, it's a super high quality photo with images from Sean Engler and Christian Delfino.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just always nice to have something in your hands, like especially this day and age, to have a quality print of some sort, to have a nice little coffee table book, some sick photos.
This is cool. I just got caught up like in mid episode, just like, oh, this is.
Did he say that we
good.
keep these?
He
gave us
yeah,
two,
we're gonna keep these.
Okay, cool.
We're not giving them back.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You're screwed, Taurus.
Yeah,
this is ours now.
That's it.
But there's still a few available.
I hope you made more than two.
Yeah, I hope you made more than two. There's still a few available. So if you want this super sick zine,
it's cool.
It comes with a VOD too.
So and please check out the VOD if you haven't already.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Super sick.
Yes.
Shout out Mike Torres.
Shout out Mike.
Sean Engler and Christian Delfino. Amazing work from all the guys. One more thing I wanted to shout out that caught my eye was the XCC VOD trailer. I don't know if you saw this. It was like a VOD that just came out. It was supposed to come out the day we shot this on Thursday, but it's Bobby Spaz and his crew from Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like really super unique skating.
Is Bobby Spaz?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all his guys super sick skating. And yeah, it's like one of these. It's rare that you see like a montage-y type of VOD now where like everyone's killing it. Like sometimes like one or two bangers, but like it looks like the whole crew is look like crazy shit.
Yo, Israel looks like it has a ton of stuff to skate.
Yeah, it's been a while since Israel's been on the map.
Yeah.
It's been since like the Hoax days, But there's a lot of really sick, innovative skating in this.
Yeah.
From his whole crew. It wasn't even just him. It wasn't even just Bobby. So I just saw this, caught my eye.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, these guys are killing it.
These kids are crushing it.
Yeah, super sick. I still gotta buy it, but from the trailer alone, it looks really sick.
Dude, shout out. These kids are all probably the result of growing up watching Avakai skate. You know Avi?
Just all those dudes from.
Dude, Avi was so good. But I think if I would have guessed, I would have guessed this would be like the generation under.
Oh yeah, because they're a little younger than the Hoax days,
Yeah.
But still, I suggest everyone go check that out. It's now available VOD. I think it's only like €5. I could be wrong, but that's a good price for.
Damn, €5?
Yeah, for like a quality VOD like that.
That's the cost of a pint.
There you go.
There you go.
I think we're good. Should we move on?
I think so.
Okay, sounds good. I'm down with that.
I think it's time.
Okay,
so,
it's time.
Without further ado,
we have a very special guest this week. Coming all the way from Portland now, originally from New Jersey. We have Chris Dafick. Boom. What's up, fellas?
I was only 17. I fell in love with a gypsy queen. She told me, hold on.
Well, dude, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be here, man.
Yeah, a lot of people might not know that you're from Jersey.
Originally a New Jerseyan.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
New Jerseyan.
Yeah.
Not New Jerseyite?
Either one's fine.
Jerseyan.
Jerseyan.
But so yeah, it's this your first time back in a while, right?
Yeah, it's been like about 2 years. Been traveling.
Okay.
I usually try to pop in, like just see family and friends, like every 2 years or so.
Yeah, that's cool. Get a little refresh with the family and friends.
I usually come for about 10 days. I'm like, I think that's just about enough of these.
Totally.
Head back west.
Especially this time. When you're like in traffic, sitting in the midst of like a blizzard.
Oh yeah, that's
you're
crazy.
like, cool. I could not come back for a while, and I'll be okay.
What do you miss about like the stuff you miss about the East Coast?
The food.
The food.
Yeah, the summers are really cool too. The winters I could do without. Yeah, I think that's what kind of drove me away.
Everybody. That's definitely my worst. My worst thing about the East Coast, especially New York. So I always try to get out for the summer, for the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Nice little trip, middle of the winter too.
Yeah. There you go.
A little break.
Yeah. Usually after the holidays is when I get out of here.
Yeah.
So trying to do more of that.
Nice. You got any plan for this year?
there's a lot of things on the horizon. Nothing's set in stone yet, but I definitely don't plan on being in New York too much. You know, especially since my wife now is she doesn't have like a quote unquote job anymore, so she has like the freedom to travel and shit now.
It's a luxury.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I miss it.
You miss it.
Yeah.
Well, what are you up to now? What do you do?
Right now, I'm doing carpentry work in Portland. I lived there for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of just been traveling for the past like 4 or 5 years, pretty much constantly. I do like 6 months abroad and then 6 months in the States. When I lived in the States, I was living in an RV, so still traveling like constantly.
That's what I remember of you.
But it's actually really good to kind of put some roots down and just kind of relax and work a little bit, save some money, and
you've been a gypsy for a while.
Yeah,
for a while.
A nice little break was definitely in order.
Yeah. Well, you were living in like LA for a while, no?
Not living there, really. Just kind of popping in.
Okay.
I'd always, when I would be abroad, I would leave my RV out in the desert in Palm Springs, or like outside of Palm.
Oh, is that what you did?
Palm or Desert Hot Springs, I think was the name of the town. So
down by Dave's, or?
Yeah, it was like probably like 20 minutes from Dave's house. Yeah, out in Dave's folks.
I was surprised how long that thing lasted. That's crazy.
What, the RV?
Yeah.
Especially like through like a Palm Desert summer.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I did 3 in the summer. Every time I went out there, I was like expecting to have to work on it, but it always started first try. We're like, yeah,
that's insane.
Dust would like blow out.
That's the RV life. Did it die or did you just get rid of it?
No, I was actually in Oregon, like out by this place, Mount Jefferson, like some other places. This place called Mackenzie Pass, and we went up like the last big hill. I was actually with my younger brother. We went up like the last big hill, and then I don't even know what happened. My transmission just stopped working.
Oh shit!
But I was like
midway up the hill.
We got up the hill. We were like 60 miles from the closest town, and no cell phone service. So I was just like, well, this sucks. And then it's like I really have no idea what we're gonna do. And then we ended up. I like ran into like a road worker, and I was like, is there any more like hills? Because you could kind of get moving a little bit if you're like really grinding gears though.
Jeez.
He's like, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's all downhill till town. This town called Springfield. They say it's where The Simpsons was made
I'm
from.
sure every Springfield
This is like
that.
This is supposed to be the real
one. Yeah.
They got a Moe's Tavern.
No, really?
That's pretty sick.
But yeah, so we were like, all right, fuck it, let's try to make it to town, and we just started coasting, and then we like picked up speed, and actually like the higher gears caught. So like once I got moving, it was like, oh, maybe it just worked itself out. And then as soon as we got to town, which was like, we coasted like 40 miles, I think like 46 miles.
Jeez.
Got to town, and the first stoplight was like, it was just over.
But at least we were in town by that point.
We had enough momentum to get into a storage yard with the last RV spot available. Yeah.
Damn.
No.
And then I had it there for like 2 months and ended up selling it for.
That's when you called it, and you were like, let me get a.
It was
home.
like. It was more to fix it than what I paid for it.
Yeah,
So like,
that happens a lot with used, like older,
Yeah.
even cars in general, stuff like that. When, especially the transmission, when it blows in a car, there's no point in fixing it.
I'm down to try to fix anything on a car, but transmission, I just don't want to. I don't even want to go down that road.
You gotta leave
It's out of my league.
So what did you and your brother end up doing then?
We had a good friend of ours. We were outside of this other town called Eugene, and a good friend of ours named Holly. Actually,
I met Holly.
We
stayed with her when we toured.
Yeah. But yeah, she picked us up, and she's like, oh, it sucks. So she like showed up with a joint and a beer, and we're like, yeah,
that's sick. She's cool, man.
Yeah,
she's really
cool.
rad. Yeah,
she's the homie.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's sick. Well, good to see you again.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, man.
And good that you're doing good.
Yeah, things are good, man.
Yeah, we
no complaints here.
Grew up skating a lot back in the day.
Yeah, Dirty Jers, Staten,
Normal
really cool
days.
Yeah, Normal days. It was just some good times, man.
Hell yeah! I always think back on that. That's like. That's definitely some of the best times of my life.
Yeah.
Like, or at least skating wise, like Be Unique days and like those Shredweiser. I mean, not Shredweiser. Normal days, where every weekend we had the ritual just stay at the Stokely's and just skate, do nothing but skate all weekend.
It was great. The East Coast had a really tight community. We would, you would go on some of the trips too, but we go to to Boston and Rochester and Connecticut and like Baltimore, and each city had their own crew, and you kind of would just exchange like places to stay and spots like with each other and like weekends, and like it would make for really great times.
Yeah, like the whole Northeast had it like that. It was really sick.
Yeah, it was really tight.
We would always, I
Good
remember we used to like
times.
meet up all the time. And like even when me, JG, and like Sean Money were driving across country, we met up in like Toronto and shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
I have pictures from all that stuff too. I should show you guys
some good
later. 'Cause
times.
I'm sure you haven't seen it in forever.
Probably not.
I haven't seen it in forever either. I just know that I have
That
photos
was
from
like
that whole trip.
We were actually just hanging out with Sean this weekend. He's
Were you?
yeah, he's
I heard he got engaged.
Yeah, he just got engaged.
Yeah, it's
He's doing great. It was like so good to see him. He's like exactly the same.
Dude, he's the
Super
same.
Yeah.
so funny.
Last time I saw him too was the same thing.
Yeah.
He skated last time I
Yeah.
skated with him.
But the last time was probably when he messed up his shoulder, which is like kind of what.
The Fakey
The
5
first time?
Yeah, in Florida. That was like, wasn't that the same trip?
Yeah, but that. Oh yeah, that was. But that wasn't like the last time he like really skated though.
That was like
That was his first shoulder
when he
thing,
was
though.
serious.
Yeah, that was like the straw that I don't know. It's like when everything started happening.
Yeah, I guess
'Cause he
so.
kept having like reoccurring shoulder injuries.
Yeah, that happens a lot with people with shoulder.
Yeah,
issues.
dislocating shoulder sucks.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't seem that bad because it like, but when it just happens constantly.
Yeah.
There's
it
like
sucks.
two different
Yeah.
type of like shoulder dislocating people. There's like people who just pop it in and out like it's nothing, and then there's
Yeah.
people who like do it and it just like ruins their whole thing. You had shoulder.
Yeah, I was
problems, too.
I was the second one.
The second
for sure.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, you're not so bad. Knock on
No,
wood.
it's gotten
You-
better.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
really bad though.
Yeah.
Dude, you had that one fall in
Yeah.
Oakland where
Yeah.
his,
Oh, yeah.
his shoulder came out and then he was like, oh no, and like screaming, and then he rolled into the trunk of the car and he got like
Oh my god.
so
What'd you do?
bad.
Okay, first of all, I dislocated my shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
Doing this
And then-
really gnarly trick.
And then this guy Tyler, the destroyer.
Okay.
He's like just some like big metal guy. He was like, dude, I'll pop it in. I was like, get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he
you
was
don't
just-
want no one else to.
Right, like because I was like, I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like rolling down with my head down, and like there was like a Jeep or minivan like trunk open like this. I'm just rolling with my head down like in so much pain, and I just rolled into the thing. So it hits me in the head. I was like, poof. What? I just level out on the floor, and I was just like, kill me. Like,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah.
Did you pop
terrible
back in right
stream of
there or no?
events.
No, I had popped it in before that.
Oh,
so
before you
like I was
fell.
doing it, and I got it back
Oh
in,
my
and
God.
then I was like, and then I was like head down, and it was like, doof.
Oh my god.
Which was just like, it was more insult than injury.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
like, it was just like the world like this to me.
Yeah,
that
exactly,
day.
yeah.
And I was just like, like,
what did I do?
what did I do? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
Shoulder injuries definitely aren't fun.
So that sucks. But it was really good seeing Sean Money. Yeah,
was.
It was probably a
seen him a
while
lot.
since you'd seen him too, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Probably since the New York comp that you ran.
The invite.
Yeah, the invite.
Oh wow, shit,
I think the first one.
that's crazy.
Yeah, the one under the bridge.
Yeah. I skated with
Whoa,
JG
the
the other
first
week.
one.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's good. He's
Nice.
doing the family thing.
Awesome,
he still
dude.
skates like once, twice a week, he says.
Cool, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever, man.
Yeah, he's good.
like-
He's still the same too. Everyone's
I don't
the
doubt
same.
it. Yeah.
You're the same. Like everyone's the same.
That's good. When
Personality
people are the
just carries with
same,
you.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
Unless they got some demons.
Yeah. No, they're there.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, dude, you know, I know a lot of people know your stuff in Shredweiser, and you know, there's From Beyond and Americana, which are like really good films and really fun. How did Shredweiser come to be?
How did it start? So it actually started with myself and a group of skateboarders.
Mhm.
It was like my friends from my hometown, and
Yeah.
there was some BMXers too.
Mhm.
And I don't know, we just were a bunch of friends who just had a lot of fun, so we just kind of just wanted to document it, just film parties and funny stuff and just
Mhm.
mess around and
Yeah, those
just
early
film
videos are
skating.
funny.
Yeah, so it was like all that, and then it just like naturally got integrated into kind of blading, because that's just like where my life went.
Yeah.
And I was like the filmer and like did everything, and then kind of when we moved to California, it was like the next
Step two.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we just like leveled up and just like fully became blading. But we still have like homies out skateboards.
What happened
and
with the skateboarding part of it?
It's I mean, Nico had a part in From Beyond. We still
Yeah, I remember
like
that, yeah. There was a bunch of skateboarding.
if the homies are around, we film it. It's just
Yeah.
like
That's
think
super sick.
they're
I
like
seeing
the-
it
that.
doesn't really matter what you're doing. It's just like
Yeah.
like to us, it was just like friends just doing
I
fun
like that.
stuff.
There
We
should
just
be
each
more
had
fusion
different.
videos, you know, like that. Like you should make I seen like, were there actual videos where it was skateboarding and skating, or was it just like online edits?
It was just online.
Yeah,
edits.
'cause-
Actually, my first full length video was the Americana tour.
Sick.
Before that was just edits,
Mhm.
just for fun. Like
Yeah.
we honestly never really thought we would be a urethane company or
Yeah.
anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was just strictly
Just
let's
home-
just
it's
make
a
some
crew.
videos.
Just
so we
homie
have
thing,
something
yeah.
to watch when we're older.
Yeah.
Or just like I don't know, just for laughs, for kicks.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a really good time.
Huh.
That's sick.
But yeah, and then from there, just kind of everything else just fell into place.
Yeah.
Happened. It was like everything would happen very naturally. It was really cool.
Mhm.
Like
It seemed like that.
Nothing. We never really pushed for anything to happen at all. It was just what we were doing, and then at the end of it, we just have a bunch of footage. Like, oh, cool, let's put this together. And it's like super.
Well, that's how it was back in the day too.
Organic,
it was homies filming each other, right? And it was like, oh, we have like a lot of footage. Let's do something with it.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of videos were done back in the day.
That's kind of how the last video I did From Beyond. I was like kind of just like, oh, I have too much footage just not to make a video. It's like I'd feel like a jerk if I just did.
Yeah,
so it's like I have to do. I have to make something.
Yeah.
I want to see like how you did like all the Europe tours and stuff like that. I'd be saying like a Euro tour video with like blading and skateboarding together.
That'd be
really
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
That would be like groundbreaking on both ends.
Yeah, it would.
Skateboarders
really cool.
would love it. Bladers would love it, I guess. You know, it kind of mixes the two together.
Yeah, nice mix.
No one's ever done that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You should get on that.
Get on top of it, dude.
Or you got homework tonight.
Tonight I'm busy. We're getting some greasy Italian food tonight.
Oh yeah.
What's the place called?
It's called Bamonte's.
Shout out
Bamonte's. If you guys want to sponsor the show.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Free bottle of wine, maybe. Come on.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
That's a little fried calamari. But yeah. So we're gonna be doing that tonight.
Should be cool.
In case anyone was wondering what we're doing tonight.
So yeah, I thought about that because I remember the first time I saw a Shredweiser or an edit. I don't even know if this was Shredweiser, but the first time I saw an edit of like your house when you were living at that place in South Jersey, I was like, this is like the gnarliest edit I've ever seen. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen.
Crazy.
I don't know if you've ever seen Whiskey. Like it's like the snowboard crew in Canada. It's like these snowboard videos where they're just basically like, you know, drinking booze and it's like a snowboard video with like, you know, 30-40% snowboarding and the rest of them just being gnarly and fighting and like doing all this shit. So yeah, there was like that. Like it was, I guess there was a mini ramp in your backyard, right?
Yeah, we had a 6-foot mini with a spine to a 10-foot vert wall.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it looks so sick. And in the videos, it'd be like some kid like you know, skateboarding, blading, BMXing, but like also in the midst of it, like there's footage of you like raking up broken glass in your living room. Like, and
that was almost a daily thing. I would literally, a vacuum would not cut it. I had to rake my living room.
Yeah.
Because the level of broken glass and broken whatever in our house, it was absolutely insane.
Dude, it seemed like a very gnarly house.
I wouldn't change it, but I wouldn't want to do it again.
No, yeah. That was for that moment in time. Yeah.
Yeah, those are some really crazy times. Me and my friends had some really good times.
Is that edit still out there? Is there any way the world can see that?
I think there's one of them. There's like one or two that got lost, but I think there's one actually on the Shredweiser Vimeo.
Oh, is there?
I think it's called Shred Willow.
Willow?
That was the name of the street we lived on. Was a Willow Street. And it was really crazy time.
Yeah, it's worth a look. Seeing,
I didn't know you had a mini ramp in your yard.
Yeah, we had it was pretty rad. We actually did a benefit. One of our friends at the time, this dude Chicken, got paralyzed, and we did like a big fundraiser for him. And that was like we talked about building a ramp, and that was like, let's build this ramp. We'll have this benefit party, and we'll raise a bunch of money for him. And I think we raised like $5,000 for him. It was really
Damn,
that's sick.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, we had like an amazing mini ramp in our backyard too. So many people came together. We got wood donated. We would like go around to construction sites and be like,
take the wood cars. Totally.
Let's take a couple sheets of plywood.
Yeah, that was life.
No one's gonna miss that. Yeah.
No one will notice.
That was life back in the day.
Yeah.
Going to construction sites, just stealing as much wood as possible, building a little ramp out of it. But you guys built a mini ramp out of it.
Yeah. No teenager that like ever skated paid for a piece of wood.
No way.
Something ever.
No
It's
way.
never happened in the history of kids
what it is,
skating.
you take like a sign, you find a sign somewhere, whatever it is. Like you just build something out of nothing all the time. But like mini ramps in the yard are like the new thing now. I feel like everyone has one now.
It's like the adult thing to do.
Yeah. Now like adults have money,
like,
I guess. When you live in like a space where you have like a big plot of land, and you have a yard.
Yeah.
Shooter's building one. Like
Kenan has one.
Oh, what the hell? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Super jelly. That was like something we would all dream about when we were kids. Like, oh, I want to have a house with a mini ramp.
Yeah.
And now everyone has it.
The dream's not over. I still got that dream.
I guess not. Yeah, I mean, I still have the dream too. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually happen, but not living in New York is not going to happen. But no.
Put it on the roof.
Put it on the roof.
You gotta have an indoor one, like all the Australian dudes in
there you go.
In that house in Greece.
Oh yeah, that Greek house where like basically there's a mini ramp in the kitchen next to the dishwasher.
Yeah, like the spare bedroom's a bowl.
Yeah, that's sick.
And they have that sick bowl in the yard, that red one, the huge bowl. That's like a legit bowl.
Yo, shout out to the people in Greece if you want us to do a live episode from your house.
That would be sick.
Well, let's get a fundraiser going for these tickets.
They do that event every September.
Maybe. Well, we got a year to figure it out.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man. You know, one of the things I noticed, well, through living with you, is that like you really figured out a way to make the lifestyle you wanted to work out, like and travel and do it at such a cool way. Do you have like any favorite travels or any cool
That's always such a hard question,
right?
I always like going to Spain for skating. Europe in the summer is like the absolute sickest. There's so many people doing different things and so many people with different trips and different contests, like connecting them all. So you kind of see everyone, and everyone kind of goes off and does their own thing, and then everyone like meets back together and talks about their travels. And then you get more ideas on places to go or what to do next year. Having like Roskilde and stuff like that was always like a real blessing to have. Everyone it was like so nice, and so many people would kind of just plan their summers around that, you know. And it was really, really awesome. So I definitely, for skating, I would say like Europe in the summer is like the sickest.
Totally.
But I don't know. I've been to like Thailand is absolutely amazing. I've been like a couple places there. We went to India, which is really amazing but very intense.
That's what I heard about India too.
I love Mexico is like one of my favorite places actually. Just like the food's amazing. It's really cheap, and it's just like people are really cool, and it's really, really nice.
I heard India's like the cheapest place.
India's super cheap. It's like insanely cheap. You could literally rent a motorcycle for a day for $1.75.
Yeah, that's super cheap.
That's insane.
That's sick.
I thought Thailand was cheap. Those things are like $6 a day.
Yeah, India. Yeah, Thailand's super cheap too. But India's like super. It's like $1.50 for like an awesome plate of food. And
it's sick.
Yeah, so it was really cool. It's very intense though. There's like it's like so much going on, and people are constantly just like, hey, come with me. I'll show you all this cool stuff. And
I'm sure if they see that you're American, they're like, oh, this guy's got a few bucks.
Yeah. They're some of them are shysters. They figure out crazy stuff. Like they found out my wife was. Like they could tell she's like Latina, so they're like, oh, I have this note, it's written in Spanish, can you read it to me? But it's just like a note someone wrote for them, and it just like says how awesome they are. So you're like, oh wow, this person's great because this note says it, but it's just like a fake note. And then like you gain like this kind of thing of trust with them, but it's all like not real.
Damn.
And then they're like, then they try to get it's like super, it's like really
a lot of scams out there.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
dude,
it's like you really have to be on your toes.
It's really eye-opening when you leave the States and get into an environment like that. You're like, whoa, this is
But it was really cool. It was really beautiful.
Skated or no?
Not in India. Actually, that was the first trip I've ever done where I just didn't bring skates. The first trip of my entire life, and it was awesome. It was just like because I don't know. You think about how much energy you put into skating when you go somewhere, and you just put it into other things, just like doing the tourist thing or just seeing places or kind of just relaxing. I was like, as soon as I got there, I just bought like a beater guitar and just like just kind of chilled, play guitar, read books, just like
sick.
Traveling is so much different when you have skates and then when you don't have skates.
It changes.
I remember the same thing too. The first trip I took without skates, I was like, whoa, I like not like hunting spots down all the time. I'm like,
you still end up doing that somehow.
You see shit all the time, but like it's just
crazy how you
see the
map
city a different way, completely different. No matter where you're going, you see it a completely different way through skating. Though
it's crazy how you map out stuff as a skater when you're going through a city. Oh, it's like, oh, we just make a right here because this is where that rail is.
Yeah, like, make a right. Oh, the drop right there.
You like remember all these little tiny things that no one else would even pay attention to. You know.
Yeah, left at the kink rail, right at the stair ledge.
Yeah,
totally. Man, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much skating out of India though, right?
I don't think there is a big skate scene there, to be honest.
I remember Jimmy Hake and Cameron Card, I think, went to like do a demo in India, but it was like
it'd be a really cool place to film a video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like no one like
Bina talked about it a little bit. They're actually doing a crazy trip in Peru right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's now. Yeah, it's November.
It's like they're all like kind of arriving there right now. I think Mark's in Argentina.
Jealous.
Yeah, no, I was like kind of supposed to go, and I was just like, I kind of can't go. But now I'm like, I just found out Maddie's going too.
Yeah, I know. When I heard about that, that killed me. Yeah, I wanted to go too, but like
they're gonna have a really good time. And the video, I don't doubt it. Anything short of amazing.
Crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna be so. And just like that's like I feel like those things are like an extension of the Shredweiser Americana tour. You know what I mean? It's like from that tour, like so many. Like friends, like either created bonds or strengthened their bonds, and there's so many like little tours or trips that came as a result of that. Like like the Spain trip was that in From Beyond, the Spain trip?
I had a little bit of footage from Spain, but like when I was out there, we always just like Mark just filmed. He was just
Yeah.
the filmer. I would barely use my VX, so it's just like maybe like a couple sessions was the footage I had.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of that stuff was actually stuff that Bina filmed while we were out there, and he just never did anything with it. It's like it was like pretty cool stuff. So it was like, and it was like kind of a part of Shredweiser.
Yeah.
Like a weird sub chapter.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Like all that stuff, like like the Shredweiser Haitian sub chapters, or it's really cool stuff.
Yeah, and but like the Ballas Perdidas thing too.
Yeah.
Mark, I don't know. Filming with Mark is the best. It's like so natural and organic, and it just, I don't know. You just go out and skate. Like, that's it.
Moreno?
Yeah.
And
it just, that was it. It's just like having fun, and then you just collect footage. It just happened because we were just like, there's amazing stuff to skate all the time. So just like, all right, cool, and then just stacking everything.
That's the best way to do it. I love that.
Yeah.
That organic filming vibe.
Yeah.
When it's just sessions happening, you pop out the camera, like, oh, we just ended up with like 10 clips somehow.
Yeah.
Didn't even try.
Yeah. That's exactly how it was every time.
And it's so easy to do that in Spain, like Barcelona. Oh my god, dude!
You could like really be picky. You're like, I don't know about that, but anywhere else, be like, this spot is like
the best. This is the thing.
I still like one of the few places that I had never been to skate.
Oh man,
dude, you have to.
Spain is in. It's not even just Barcelona. Like all the cities are stacked. Like Bilbao is like kind of like. It's like a tiny Barcelona, but with almost more spots that just have never been seen.
Yeah.
There's so much to skate. Like,
I remember walking around Madrid, and there was just
Bilbao
spots
is where
all
like
over the
Yuri's
place.
from, right?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe so. But there's like some really sick stuff out there.
Yeah.
Mark was like super, like constantly on Google Maps, just finding stuff too. Just like in all weird areas of Barcelona and other spots in Spain. Just, he would pretty much find everything and scout out all the areas on Google Maps, and then just have like a couple ideas, and then you just kind of go to these places, and in between there's also a ton of spots, so everything kind of just.
Isn't that crazy that that's a means to find spots, Google Maps?
It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. And it's just crazy how technology has changed in that way.
The quality of the images is amazing.
You're like, is that spot still there? I don't know. Let me check it out on Google.
This
spot's
from a
still
satellite.
there.
Like,
it's so crazy.
It's really cool. And then you can do the street views too, where you can literally go down like every street.
Yeah. I remember, I forgot where I was. We were checking that out. I think me and like Brosco was checking it out. And we found like skaters skating a spot in Google Street View. I'm like, oh, so it's like legit. I guess people are skating it in Google Street View. We're like, I don't remember where we were though, but it was so sick to see that. And it was like, you know, it was vouched right there that
That's
it was
pretty
a spot.
rad. Yeah.
So sick.
Well,
I don't do that personally. I think that takes a lot of. It's very tedious doing that. James Townshend.
It is, but I don't know. We would just we come back from skating, we listen to music, roll up a couple joints, and we just I don't know, just
get on it.
Yeah. He would kind of get an idea of where a spot is, or like like a new area we haven't really explored, so you just don't go there completely blind, and you kind of just in Spain, but probably in Europe, in general, there's just tons of plazas and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you just you can just see them like literally from the top view of the satellite.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, cool, let's check out this plaza, and then you just see all sorts of little stuff all around. And just kind of, I don't know, it was really cool.
Yeah. You and Mark are a sick team, like with that stuff. Like you guys, even in the States, like you guys just like plan an attack team. It's a good team to get things done. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see you guys do something again soon.
We will for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Like I said, I should be in Peru with them.
Yeah, I know.
Really jealous.
I know.
But I know they're gonna have a really kick-ass time. And
that section that I posted on the Jump Street thing with the clips I got of you the other day from Mark's video, that was super sick too.
A lot of that was like, so that was kind of the leftover stuff from Seis de Bastos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, was it?
Yeah, okay. Dude, I had an insane amount of footage just because we filmed like 3 years, and I was like living, like literally all we did.
That was 3 years. Seis de Bastos was 3 years.
It's like two years, I think. Maybe some of the footage was like 3.
Damn, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's just like we had like a ton of footage.
It was a long video too, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really long. My section was like I think 9 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Just like, actually, when
and you still had leftovers.
Did you use Captain? That was Captain Beyond.
Yeah. It was like three Captain.
That's
Beyond
a long
songs.
song. Yeah.
But yeah, so that section was some leftover, and then I think I'm like skating Genesis in some of those clips.
Yeah, that was weird too, I found.
Yeah, so I used to skate them when I was younger. They're actually really good skates. I really enjoyed them. But it was like after my trip through Thailand and India where I didn't have skates, and then we came to Barcelona. I think it was for Mark's wedding actually. But I showed up and I didn't have skates, and then Akers actually hooked me up. He's like, nice. Just go to the shop, like pick whatever you want, and like I was like, sick. Yes, that's awesome. So I got
sick.
Yeah, I got Genesis, and they were actually really sick.
That's sick.
I really actually liked skating.
Yeah, I
a lot.
like Razors actually. They skate good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Not my particular cup of tea.
So,
Teach their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of it.
So you're Rolling Stone. You're rolling around the world. You're skating everything you come in contact with and filming just as like. Now you end up getting married and you end up in Portland.
I didn't even know you were married.
How did
Got married last year.
How did this all come to be?
It's almost a year actually.
Congratulations.
Well, I met my wife Renata in Spain. She's actually from Argentina, but I met her in Spain.
She's right over there for the people who can't see. She's just out of frame.
But yeah, so we met probably like about 4 years ago, and yeah, just like kind of just kicked it off. And then she actually just moved there right when I was leaving. Ended up moving into Mark's house, like took my room, and then when I came back, we kind of just started dating. And then we ended up traveling for a couple of years all over. We did like South America, Southeast Asia. We'd always end up in Europe too.
And she was out there, what, like tattooing, right? Traveling tattooing?
She got to Barcelona because she wanted to work at this shop called Aloha, which she ended up working at. And yeah, so she was just doing her thing the whole time too. It was really awesome actually, 'cause she was just like working all day, and then we go skating all day, and at night everyone would meet up, be like, hey, what's going on? And then yeah, it's really cool times. But yeah, like I was saying before, we were kind of just traveling so much that we were kind of worn out. And honestly, all we wanted was a door and a kitchen and a bed, and not see anyone for like a couple months.
Yeah,
like,
some walls.
Just go into hibernation. And that was like kind of what last winter was, just working and kind of just figuring life stuff out, because kind of just been avoiding it for a couple of years.
Right, yeah. But like, yeah, when you're living in Neverland, it's hard to get your feet back on the ground, like, you know.
But it was definitely necessary, and it felt really good, and definitely like a recharge too.
Totally.
Yeah.
I can actually relate to that sentiment, because I had a while there while I was traveling, and I was just like, I just want to do this forever. I'm good with this. And then you get to a point where you do get tired, and you're like, you know, all I want is the thing that like everyone has. I just want a door and a bed and like a place to call my own, you know? So that's really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been there about a year, and we're just kind of chilling, working. And
how'd you end up there out of all places?
So we definitely wanted to live in the Pacific Northwest, and we were between a small city called Eugene, Portland, and Seattle. And it was like Eugene was too small, Seattle was too big, and Portland seemed like just right.
Nice.
So it was it was like kind of just seemed like the right place to go. It's starting to get a little crowded there, but it's not like New York.
It's not like New York
or LA or it's really chill.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed up there. There's like a lot of good music. There's a lot of it
seems like a place that suits you.
Yeah,
you know,
like literally you can go on a different hike every day.
Yeah,
you can like for every day you could do something different in the woods. And just in the summers, tons of rivers and oceans not too far, and mountains and all sorts of stuff, lakes.
It's green unlike California because it rains.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's probably gonna rain for the next couple months.
Yeah,
but also like having the rain is kind of cool.
It's better than the pissing snow.
That's true too. Sometimes we catch some snow, but it's actually really nice. It makes, when springtime comes around, it really makes you appreciate the sun. Whereas in like California, you're like, hey, it's sunny every day, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah. No, like that's something I noticed from being back here in New York. Like when it's like the crappy days make you appreciate the good days. Like, you know, when it's good every day, you're just like kind of start to take it for granted, and you're just like, whatever, I can do something, I cannot. But when you get like a nice day after a ton of bad days, you're like, we're gonna have the best outdoor day ever. You're like, we're gonna get up early today, we're gonna go do some stuff. But yeah, dude, it's that's really cool. And you know, I hear you're skating with Stokely again. Is that true?
Yeah, so Eric just moved to Portland too a few months ago, and we've been skating. He's actually been killing it. It's been pretty great. Yeah, he's been doing a bunch of stuff. We're filming very casually, like not for anything. It'd be cool to make like a section of him or of both of us or just whoever up there. But yeah, just kind of super casual right now. But yeah, it's great. It's been like a while since got to steadily skate with that.
Totally.
He's actually we're in a band together too, which is pretty cool. And then
what's the name of the band?
The band is named Yotvos, EOTVOS.
EOTVOS.
Yeah, we got a SoundCloud, and you can listen to some stuff.
Very cool. You guys started a band.
We didn't start a band actually. I started a band with it's pretty random. I started drumming for a band, which
that's like that you drum. He told me that.
This time last year, I would not
once again a table of drummers. Yeah, we're just gonna make this a drum podcast later on.
We'll jam upstairs afterwards.
Yeah, I'm down.
Nice.
But yeah, it's actually funny because I didn't like I played drums, messing around with friends and stuff, just jamming or whatever, but I would never consider myself a drummer. And it was actually on my birthday last year. I was at a music shop and there was like a flyer for looking for a drummer, and I was like, okay, I'll try that out.
Nice.
I hit up this dude Al, who he like had the band name and some songs written already, and I was just like, I'm down to drum if you got a little patience. And he actually drums for another band, so he kind of just like,
he was like giving you tips along the way.
Yeah. It's like we do like dual drums all the time. And
nice. That's a really good way to learn.
Yeah, so it's really cool. And then when Eric moved in, I linked him up with their other band. So he was the bassist for my guitarist's other band, and then our bassist ended up leaving, so Eric filled in too. And he's like, Eric's really amazing at bass.
Yeah, I've always loved his playing.
Yeah. Like when he started playing with us, it's just like so natural. Like he just like came in and just like, all right, cool. Yeah, Eric's been living in like Southern Oregon for the past 3 years, just like chilling and playing bass in solitude.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him forever.
He's doing really good. Yeah, he's doing really good.
I wonder if I haven't seen him since he left Jersey. I might not have.
It could have been. No, you probably seen him at the Invite. He was at the Invite the first one.
I guess
it's probably
that was probably the last one. But
it's still been a long time.
That's like 8 years.
It's been 8 years. Yeah.
I just saw his folks recently. They were in town. Yeah, they're doing great.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah.
Kurt and Deb
forever.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the best.
Shout out Eric Stokely and shout out Kurt and Deb.
Yeah, shout out.
That was one of the most supportful families,
dude,
like households of what we did.
I can't believe they let us like crash there every weekend. And then his mom would always make us breakfast every morning, like the best breakfast, and like so stoked to have us there. It was great.
And it's a lovely pool and trampoline setup. It was a really great place to just be.
Little piece of paradise there. Tucked away in Jersey.
Oh yeah, New Brunswick, right?
Gave Jersey a good name.
North Brunswick.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure, but I think they're tearing down that high school. I heard it's like
no way. Really?
Oh no.
I heard it's like full of very terrible chemicals.
What?
Apparently, it was built on like a landfill or of like some sort of crazy radioactive waste or something.
What?
Maybe that's why Eric's so special.
Eric is a special guy.
And why his brother's so freakishly tall.
That makes sense. Yeah, Kyle Stokely is like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
That's if I could describe how he looks to anyone, I'd be like, imagine a tree trunk. With legs. That's him.
Kyle rails. Remember Kyle rails? They were just like handicap rails that were like this high.
I love they're called Kyle rails.
Yeah. We actually call them Big Dumb Kyle rails.
Big Dumb Kyle. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. I was close.
Big Dumb Kyle rails.
They would be flat rails that were like shoulder height, and they'd be up to his kneecaps. And they'd be like, let's actually
skate this.
And he would like split it and just roll away from them.
That's so funny. Oh my God. And yeah, Stokely's totally like, his bass playing is so sick because he's like, he's not a guitar bassist. He's like, you know, like a lot of people who like play guitar and that's their main. They're like, yeah, sure, I can play bass, and then just like he's like, no, he's a bass guy. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, it's really sick watching him play. So you got any shows or things lined up?
We had our first show a few weeks ago, and I think was
that with Eric?
No, Eric came for moral support.
Nice.
But our other bassist played, and we had a show in Salem, Oregon, and it was really cool.
Yeah,
it went pretty good.
Sick.
And
just looking to get some more gigs ahead.
Yeah, we're definitely working on it. Since Eric just joined, we're like kind of just getting our bearings.
Well, he's getting the groove.
We'll probably be playing hopefully by January.
Nice.
We'll have a show. We have like a bunch of connections and stuff of like music connections, places to play and stuff like that.
So, very cool.
Yeah, it's definitely really, really fun and exciting thing to be working on. So I don't know, it's my first band I was really in, so
especially with a friend.
Yeah.
It's great to be in with a friend, and that's like part of like the mission there. Yeah. Like it's really great, all that stuff. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna open up to questions soon, but before that, I wanted to kind of take a different turn and just ask you your opinion on something, because you know, blading's changing every day.
Mm-hmm.
You're a very opinionated person. I don't think. Well, I wouldn't say you're a very opinionated person, but when you work in blading. You know, and you own a company, there has to be a vision and an idea. So you have your vision, you have your idea. I didn't mean to say you're an opinionated person. But I was curious, how do you feel about the big wheels and the wizard blading?
I think it's cool.
Do you think it's cool? Okay.
Yeah, it's like they're fun, really fun to skate, and it's definitely it's not the same thing as like kind of street skating.
Yeah, it's different, yeah.
It's like almost like park skating's different than like going out street skating.
Totally.
But it's really cool and people have fun on it, so that's what ultimately matters, you know.
I agree. I was just curious. I was like just literally wondering. I was like, I wonder where Chris stands on this.
Yeah, it's whatever. To each their own, you know. It's like
You haven't tried it?
I've skated. Like I've always skated flat, so I've always so it's always I always felt like I didn't need to really. But actually, I just started skating the Wish frames, and they have like 63 millimeter, and it's awesome.
Really?
You like those frames?
Dude, they're amazing.
So many people skate them.
Yeah, it's like so I went from skating. I went from skating like worn down Solomons, like with stock frames, which is actually my favorite thing to skate is a completely stock Solomon.
Yeah,
with,
that's
like
like your thing.
Sole. It's like my because it's so solid. It's just like
I think that's the way to skate a Solomon too. If you are gonna skate.
So I went from that like having a worn out sole to skating them skates with Wish frames. And when I started like doing grinds, I was just like it just like felt like my feet had magnets on whatever I was skating. Like it just like worked so easy. I was like, this is great.
That's sick.
It's like just felt insanely easy and effortless to do tricks.
Yeah.
And also to do tricks I haven't done in forever. Like
what?
I don't know, just like doing like
Farfanugan or something.
Things
you can't do in Solomons,
like twerks and stuff. The only thing I don't like is the Unities and Solomons are like
number one,
best, easiest thing in the world. Like
shout out Jay Cottrell,
JC.
Yeah,
he knows what's up.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, so it was really nice to kind of switch it over and being able to like go back to like doing switch ups and like. So I kind of just stopped grinding almost. It's like just doing wall rides and
big old jumps.
Yeah, you were doing a lot of jumps, wall rides.
It's like that was like my favorite thing
You've always
to do.
been doing that though.
I kind of had to start slowing down. I had like some back problems last year. I was like, maybe I shouldn't be jumping off roofs anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
right, it's happening to everybody.
I did like a couple.
And you got a lot coming with you too. You're not just like a little guy. You're not a little Walt Austin. You know, you got a lot of like 6'2" coming with you. Yeah, so
I did like a couple roof gaps maybe like when I was filming From Beyond, and I would like land them and stuff, and then I'd just be like, oh, that kind of sucked still. Like, and I landed it. Like, why am I? This just sucks now.
Yeah,
it wasn't even fun. I just got scared, and now I'm like hurt. Like, and I landed it. Like,
yeah, it's just like completely.
So it's like, so I'm kind of just starting to chill out on skating a little, or just not doing shit like that anymore.
The big jumps, yeah.
I turned 32 this year, so I was like, maybe I should just not be jumping off of roofs.
Yeah.
Or at least have something in the middle to land on, like a green box or something.
Yeah.
It's great. I wanted to start green box or something. I wanted to start jumping off roofs again.
Yeah. More power to you, man.
I don't know. I was watching an old video the other day, and I was like, damn, that shit was. Even though it's like, you know, you kind of kill yourself. You know, it's like kind of cool to do stuff like that. And it's been so long that like I know my body would instantly regret doing it.
Right.
I'm like, I want to just do one or two hammer-ish type of things, you know? Like, I never really was a hammer guy anyway, but just like a cool jumper or something like that kind of big. Not really. That was never my thing.
Oh, come on.
But just to do like one or two, just do like one or two now would be like cool. You know?
Nah, totally. I get that same itch too, like, but only with it.
Yeah,
only
you wanted to go crazy in Brooklyn.
I still do. Like,
you should have seen the shit we went to.
It only comes with spots. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not like, oh, I want to go do something gnarly at the spot I skate. Like, if I see a new spot,
it's when you're tempted.
Exactly. It's like that. It's like, So yeah, we saw a place in Brooklyn that was like, there's like a gap to rail. It's like a 5 flat, like 20 something, and I'm like,
perfect.
I'm like, how has nobody done this? And I was like, all right, we'll come back to it.
You were like, yo, I'm gonna play skates right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, yo, chill, come down. Yeah, like you want to do it right there, and it's so huge trick, but like, yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it's so perfect, someone has to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just waiting for one of those moments. That'll be my thing.
We gotta at least wait till it warms up. So maybe, spring will do something.
Now we're retired officially.
Yeah,
now it's time to do like skate trips and
seasonal.
Or whatever. Yeah,
totally.
Maybe hit up the old.
It's become a seasonal thing. Yeah.
Hammer seasonal?
No, skating.
Oh, skating. Yeah.
Because you know, when you're like 16, you could skate in like 32 degree weather, but when you're like
farmer, 16 or
he's
farmer,
he's still doing it. Can't.
But he doesn't count.
He doesn't count.
Yeah. He don't count. It's like Alex. He doesn't count.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These super
cheats.
Super skaters.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Never had a drink in his life. That's cheating. You know what I mean? We're all playing by the rules here, Alex. You got to jump on board. But yeah.
So we're gonna open up for questions.
Let's open it up.
We also. So if you have any questions now, I guess throw them around. But as we posted on our Instagram story, we're gonna give away a free shirt or hat to somebody for our apologies of being late.
Yeah, we're sorry.
We have we dropped a few because we had a little issue, whatever. But we have 44 people watching now. So Dafick is going to pick a number between 1 and 44, and the first person to shout it out in the chat wins a hat or a shirt.
Why? I'm curious. Why 44?
There's 44 people watching. 45 people watching now. So 45. 1 and 45. It's 1 through 45. So let me see the card, so I could know.
No cheating.
No cheating.
You don't have anyone.
How am I gonna cheat?
I don't know, man. You might have an inside guy.
Okay. No one picked it yet, so keep going, guys. And
Let me see. I need to see this number.
Throw your numbers and questions out there for us. A lot of numbers coming, and no winners though.
No winners, huh?
Come on, guys.
All right, guys, fire the numbers out.
Oh, now it's just flying right now with
Also,
the numbers.
also while you shoot those numbers out, I want you to think of the best question. Bake your noodle and just let it sit and think about what you'd like to ask Chris Dafick, CEO of Shredweiser.
I think people picked every number except for.
It's an obvious one too.
Come on,
I guess
guys.
it kind of.
It is.
It's right under your nose.
It's right under your.
It's flying, and no one guessed this. Oh, here we go. Boom.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Who is
Someone
it?
get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess who it is?
Miguel.
No, Richard Corley.
Richie.
Richie, how you doing? Come
Richie
on
Corley.
down.
He picked number 13
Yeah,
for episode
13.
number 13.
We stay true to our words here. So, Richie Corley, number 13. You win a free Jump Street hat or shirt. So just let us know
Right.
which one it is.
For those of you who don't know, Richie lives in Staten Island, so after the show, we're just going to drive it down to his house.
Out of all the people watching.
See you in 20, Rich.
Out of all the people watching. Or he just...
Hey, Rich, just pop by.
He could be here before we're done with the show.
Yeah, you could jump on and get on the
he
end.
lives like pretty close to here. Jeez. Okay, so there you go.
Okay, cool.
We have a winner.
So we got a winner. Congrats to Richie. And now we're going to open it up for questions.
Noah Newber wants to know, how was living in Oakland and the scene out there? Did you live in Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lived in Oakland for a good 4 years, and it was awesome.
It was powerful during that time, right? There was a
Yeah.
lot of people out there. You were there at that time?
Yeah, it was a house of Maddie. Oof, what a house of just shredders.
We had a
Sick.
house of like 13. Well, first we had a loft.
13?
I
That many?
I would say
10.
between I would say between 10 and like 15 people living there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it was very intense and very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived in West Oakland. It was really a really awesome time. We just pretty much just lived to skate and
Stokely.
party. Yeah.
Stokely, John Bellino, Maddie, Dafick, Kyle Lipka, Austin Barrett came down. He's a tattoo. Moose. We had Nico live there, and he had
Some
a couple.
skateboard
His
buddies
skateboarder
too.
friends came. Dylan and Dan. So there were like 3
Big
skateboarders
JC
in the
was living
house.
there.
Big JC was.
Damn.
We had like 3 skateboarders.
We had Buck there.
Buck, that's right.
Who else?
Nick Norton lived there.
Norty lived there for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Maddie lived in a room called the Cheese, which was this. It was a room under the stairs that was meant to be a closet.
I heard
and the
about this.
only thing you couldn't fit a bed in there, but there was like
Couldn't fit a bed.
there was like a camping style
Like
kind
a
of like
cot.
hammock,
It's
a
like a
cot
cot,
hammock
yeah.
that you could fit that in there.
Literally only the cot.
Only that
Yeah.
and the computer, because there was a little
Yeah.
shelf at the end.
Oh, shit.
And so like you would just like open there, and Maddie was just hotboxing it with like
He had-
cigarettes.
He had a
cigarettes?
he had an ankle injury, and he kind of just like nursed it all in that little cheese closet, just like
Yeah.
Why was it called a cheese closet? Is it a triangle?
It's like
There's a triangle, and it kind of was
triangle.
like this weird yellow, so it kind of looked like a cheese, like a block of cheese.
Oh my god. There were some really good times in that house, though.
There was a
best-
lot of good
the best of
skating.
times,
Best
the
of
worst
times and the worst of
There was
times.
a lot of good skating coming out of
Yeah.
Oakland and the Bay Area in that time.
Yeah, all the dudes in Oakland have always been killing it too. That's nothing new. It was
Yeah.
like really cool to meet, to kind of get like really good relationships with all those guys.
JSF and Eric Garcia. And
Yeah, it was really awesome.
I keep saying I want to go back to the Bay Area so bad. I haven't been there in forever.
It's
And
awesome.
Just like
yeah, it is.
I love everyone out there.
Yeah.
Be Free and them are holding it down there
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Like Be Free is like on like 500 days of skating in a row. It's
At
crazy.
least, yeah.
Most people like if they do that, they stop at like a year.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
like-
they stopped like 30 days.
Now that
30-day
he's still
challenge.
going, I'm like, what are you doing? What's
Yeah.
the goal? And I guess
What's
it's
the
just
goal?
like for
That first day when
Let's
he
get it
does his
forever is
skate,
his
it's gonna
hashtag.
kill him.
Yeah.
We're gonna need like a support community around Be Free the first day that he
Yeah,
does his skate.
right.
This is gonna be so bad.
He's gonna
Yeah.
get a rehab.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Everyone's gonna be like
twitching
what
and
happened to
shit.
Be Free? Is he all right? He didn't post
I need to
today.
get a trick.
He didn't post today.
Yeah.
Trick.
Kazu's on like over 1,000. Kazu's on like
Yeah.
1,100 or something
Holy
like
shit.
that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kazu's in the quattro digits.
That's so crazy.
Noah Newber also wants to know, how is it being on People Behaving Badly? What was that?
What is that?
That was I was on a there's a news channel called Cron 64 or Cron. It's like the Oakland Bay Area local news, and they have they have a show called People Behaving Badly where they catch people doing bad stuff. And I was a person who got caught doing
No.
bad things, and it wasn't that bad.
I didn't know
So,
about this.
it was on the news. It was pretty hilarious.
on the news?
Yeah, it was like on the news. That same day it happened too. It was really funny. So what happened was I was going into work actually, and I was slightly hungover, and I think I was like they caught me like texting, but I was just looking at my mat, man. I'm like trying to get to work, so I got pulled over, and basically there's like the news reporter guy who I actually recognized because he did like an interview with. There's like a crazy homeless Santana story we were talking about the other day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was the same reporter that did that.
Like Carlos Santana. What he's talking about is Carlos Santana from Santana. I guess met an old former bandmate like living on the street in SF.
The dude was interviewing. I was in Oakland, but he was interviewing like homeless people, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to play in Santana," and they were like, and they did the research, and they ended up reconnecting him. It was actually really cool.
Yeah,
the story, you should watch it when you get a chance.
Sick.
But anyway, this story is a little different.
Yeah.
But I recognized the guy, and they like he has like a camera, and I'm like, fucking great. Like I'm gonna get filmed now. Like getting pulled over. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get ticketed, and now I'm gonna get filmed. So the guy, the cop, he like asked for my stuff, and then he goes back to the car, and the guy's like, "Do you mind if I film you?" And I'm like, "If you tell your buddy not to give me a ticket, you can do whatever the fuck you want." And he's like, so he's like, "Well, where are you going?" And I was like, I was going to work, and at the time I worked for a dispensary, like delivering weed on a motorcycle. And I was like, again, if you don't tell your buddy, I'm going to go to work delivering pot. Like, he started laughing again, and then he just like talked for a minute, and then he told the cop came, and I don't even know what happened. They like talked to each other for a second, and then he came back and just handed me my stuff. I didn't even get a ticket.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, it was great actually.
So that was a good experience.
Yeah, it was like pretty cool. And then I was like,
but you just had to deal with the shaming of
kind of,
which is
it was weird.
Whatever.
It didn't really shame me at all. I didn't really care.
Exactly.
I remember I went to the bar like later that night, and like some locals like recognized me from the news, and they were like, "Can't believe you told the cops that you deliver weed." And I was like, "Dude, I don't give a shit. It's like it's legal, man." Yeah, it's like it's legal.
So what are you talking about?
It's like, and I got out of a ticket, so you can
that's
you
good.
can piss off.
Right. That's hilarious.
Do you get points in Cali for texting in?
I don't know if you get. I don't think so. I think it has to be like
you don't get like bonus points.
Not bonus points.
Okay.
I never actually got. I never actually got a texting ticket.
Yeah.
So I got out of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a win.
I haven't had a ticket in like, knock on wood, in like 6 years.
Nice.
It's been great. Yeah.
I just got one like 2 days ago.
My points finally disappeared.
Nice.
They reset.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess there's some benefits to traveling around for 5 years. Like, just everything ends up working itself out.
Everything will just kind of
just leave it alone. I'll go here in India, and then things will be good when I get back. That's awesome.
Yeah, just dip out for a little bit.
Yeah.
People said they saw you on the news.
Nice, cool.
I have to look that up now.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You should find a link to it when they do the.
Oh, you want to put it on the post?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, put
it's
it in
pretty
the
funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, if we do find it, I'll put it up.
It's like
right
people
here.
behaving badly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Find out what this guy's doing on his phone.
It was actually.
His Dafick
I have it's in the Shredweiser van, the one we did the Americana tour, the green van. Yeah.
Does it say Shredweiser on it?
It says "Road to Nowhere" on the back when I get pulled over. Yeah.
Sick.
When you get pulled, it's like just a quick clip of it.
So not only did you get out of a ticket, but you got free advertising,
free promo,
on national television.
Also, there's a funny story about the van and you and Matt Pike, right?
Oh yeah, this is actually a really hilarious story.
Yeah.
So we were when I bought the van, and when everyone got there, we were like, all right, let's paint it. And we're like, all right, let's paint it army green, like whatever. So we're in Oakland, and I'm painting my van, and we're like, just listen to music, like
matte paint, right?
Yeah, just like greenhouse paint.
House
we were
paint,
just painting it. And I'm like just painting, we're listening to some tunes, like smoked a couple joints, and then I look like through the windows of the van, and I was like, I almost thought I was like seeing something because it was like absolutely crazy. I've seen Matt Pike. If you don't know, he's like the guitarist of Sleep,
High on Fire,
and High on Fire. But he's walking down the street with no shirt and a shotgun over his shoulder, like, and I was just like, what? I was like looking, I like had to like, I was like, is that Matt Pike? He's got a shotgun. Why's he got a shotgun?
Yeah.
And he goes into actually the apartment I was living in after the Shredweiser house. He used to live in the bottom floor, so he's like still friends with those guys, I guess. But then he like comes back out, and he's just like, we all kind of just like stopped and looked at him because we like love Sleep and High on Fire and his music. So we're just like, holy shit, it's Matt Pike.
Yeah.
He just like looks at us, and he just like looks at the van. He's just like, green, huh? And that was it. And then he just like, we're like, yep, green. And then he just like went away. But I actually ran into him a couple other times. I ran into him on the Bay Bridge.
Yeah,
I was just driving. So I think it was actually my birthday. I was like just had dinner with my folks who were visiting me. I was driving back over the Bay Bridge, and I was actually listening to High on Fire.
Yeah, sick.
And I hear someone like beeping at me, and I'm like, whatever. Like, didn't even look. And then I look again, and it's like this dude like honking, and it's Matt Pike again, like on the freeway, and he's like, hey, what's going on, man? And I was just like, green, huh? And he just started like, he like just started cracking up and drove away. And that was actually after that was why I used High on Fire in the Shredweiser video.
Sick.
I had another song and it was like the Arizona section, and that was like when I was editing. And I like went home and I switched it to that.
Yeah,
so I was like
that's
so stoked.
Yeah.
That's really sick.
Yeah, pretty.
I used to jam
random.
that song with Stokely all the time. Dude, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Miguel was asking. He said, "Ask about the rainbow for Lemmy's funeral day, and how to get paid from Wino to get to see him laying in Spain, playing in Spain."
Oh my god! All right, so Wino is the singer of St. Vitus. I'll tell this story first because this one's pretty cool.
Totally.
So we go to, they're playing at Forum, which is like where those like crazy down ledges are in Barcelona. Yeah. It's like this little metal festival. So we're like, all right, let's go down there and like we'll see how much tickets are. They were like 50 euros. We're like, dude, I'm not paying 50 euros. I'm like, I'd pay 50 euros to see like the Rolling Stones, but I'm not like,
that's expensive.
Yeah, 50 euros is a lot of money to see a show. So we're like, all right, whatever. And then we're like, all right, let's go walk up to the beach because it's like on the water there, and let's walk around, just see how close we can get. So we like go up, and then we're like kind of like lurking around these bushes, like trying to find a way to sneak in, and we see like the dude Wino from the band we're going to see. It's like St. Vitus, and he's like, he has 2 bottles of whiskey, and he's just walking around the back, and I like ran up to the fence. I was like, Wino, and he's like, what's up, man? I was like, yo, me and my buddies are trying to get in, but we don't really have enough money. And he's like, I was like, can you just like open the fence? And he's like, I can't open. He's like, how much you guys need? And I was like, we don't have enough money to get in. It's just like too much. And he's like, all right, here. And he just like hands me 50 euros like through the fence. Yeah. And I was like, dude, no.
What?
He's like, I hope this helps out. Hopefully we can see you guys in there.
What?
So we actually so we walked around like this whole other side, and then we try to go walk to the entrance, but it's like kind of where you're not supposed to be. So we get to the front, like to close to the entrance, and they're like, the security guards are like, how did you guys even get back there? And we're like, oh, we were just on the beach, we're just trying to get to the show. And they're like, yeah, you got to walk all the way around, like we can't let you through here, like these gates are locked. And we're like, all right. So we go to walk back, and we walk back past where the backstage is again. This time there's another guy there. And I ran up to him. I was like, yo, I'll give you 50 euros if you let us in. And he just like kind of looked at me, and then the fence was just open, and he kind of just like opened it. And then I think we were with like Miguel, Core, Bina, someone else too. It was like, I think it was like 5 of us. And like they weren't even with me. He just like opened it for me, and I was like, come on guys. Like, and we all just ran in until we didn't pay him anything. What? So then we used his money as like, we called him Wino Fun Bucks, and we just got really drunk at the bar.
Yeah.
Got sick. Like free drinks. And then, so when the show starts, we realized that the guy that let us in is the drummer for St. Vitus. So obviously they like talked about what happened like from each end. Yeah. And like after the show, he came up to us and was just like, he's like, heard about your guys' little scam, and like totally called.
Why does that?
Yeah, he like
found you after the show.
It was a pretty small show. It was like wasn't too crazy, but he was actually really stoked on us because like I don't know, there was maybe like 40 or 50 people there, but everyone was kind of just like, you know, sometimes at like metal shows everyone's just like too cool to, But we were drunk on Wino Fun Bucks, and we were like, we got like everyone like like having like a really sick time. So they were like actually stoked that we got in and like had a really cool time.
Oh, that's cool that they weren't like pissed about it.
Because it makes the show like way cooler.
And then like
for them.
And then like I think like 2 weeks later he actually got kicked out of the band. He got caught with like I think meth in Denmark or something like that. Yeah. And he got kicked. He got like deported.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a really sick story.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Except the end with the meth and stuff.
Yeah, that part.
That part sucks.
You don't have anything to do with that though.
No, I wasn't involved in that.
I have a similar story, not as cool, but like this was like years ago. We like one day my boy Derek just hits me up and goes, yo, there's a random Wu-Tang show tonight in Staten Island. And I was like, oh, sick, let's go. He's like, yeah, but it's like limited. It's like whoever gets there first like is whatever. So we're like,
that's the best.
It's gonna be a crazy long line. By the time we get there, there's like a huge line around this place, like wrapped around the block. And my boy Derek, you guys know Derek, he's super
huge.
tall. And we're standing next to a fence, and he looks over the fence, and there's just a guy there, and the guy looks at Derek. They make eye contact. He's like, yo, what's up, man? And Derek goes, can you let us in? And the guy just goes, all right, and opens the gate, and me and Derek, we were like in the back of the line, and me and Derek just get in from like the back and just let us in.
Awesome,
and we're like, yeah, we got in, because like
so
you know
sick.
most of those people didn't even make it to the door because it was just like a free Wu-Tang show, you know, like last minute.
Dude,
and we were like, it was super sick like that. We had no Wino bucks, but
I have a theory for like shows, and I feel if you want to see a show bad enough, even if it's sold out or whatever,
You'll
like,
see it,
you can get in.
that's like that movie Detroit Rock City.
Kind of,
That was like that's the sickest movie too.
Every show that I'm like, I'm gonna see this show tonight. I've got in. Because you just have to really want to.
Yeah.
There's always a way in
You
there.
try, yeah.
I had a couple nights like that where it was like really cool.
That is
kind
sick.
of back in the back door.
Yeah, the back door.
we snuck in in Denmark. We snuck in to see Sabbath's their last tour.
What?
And Alice Cooper.
That's so sick.
We actually it was so cool. Well, we saw Alice Cooper. It was like right before Roskilde started, and then the first day of Roskilde,
he played again.
No, Sabbath played.
Okay.
And we all went to Roskilde to like set up tents, and then we took the train back to Copenhagen, and we all just like snuck in to see Sabbath, and it was awesome. It was like such a sick
amazing.
night. Just like slipped under the fence. It was great. We didn't have to pay money, and we also like brought in our own beer. It was like it was awesome.
That's so cool.
It's perfect.
It was like I think it was like a crew of like 12 of us too. Like it was like a nice crew. Yeah, it was so
everyone
sick.
got in. That's
it was awesome. Everyone got in. We had an awesome night, and then we all took bikes back to Roskilde, and then it was like another crazy week began.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. It's nonstop. You had a crazy story sneaking in the Rock the Bells too.
Yeah,
Franco.
Yeah, I did.
That's like a thing, just like getting into like all these shows.
And it makes it way fun.
And,
like,
there's
it's like more fun when you do something like that than if you were to buy a ticket and like
of course,
just do it.
There's a story behind it.
Yeah,
like the one that also Miguel asked about, like at the Rainbow, Lemmy from Motorhead who passed away. They had a memorial.
An awesome night.
Yeah, that was a great night. They had a memorial at the bar he used to go to all the time, the Rainbow. And we're like, okay, cool, we're going to go to it. So it was like, it was us and John and his girlfriend at the time. And
they didn't get in.
No, they didn't get in. And a couple other people who ended up not getting in. But we go, and there was a line literally down the block and around up the corner, like up the hill. So it was like, there was no way that if you waited on that line, you were going to get in. Like, that's it. And everyone was still sitting there waiting. And I was like, what is everyone And I was like, all right, well, let's try to sneak in. So we just like walked this long around the block. And there was like this little hole in the fence that was like, it might as well have been like, had like, a friggin' aura around it. It was just like,
come in me.
Yeah, it was just like right
Enter
this
here.
way. We just needed like a little like troll or like elf or something to be like,
this way.
Come along this way. But so we just like walk through, and then like we're just like, this cannot be this easy. We're just like walking closer and closer to like the back door, like, and we're just walking, and we're like, okay, and then we just like walked in, and like, well, that was
We're
it.
inside
Yeah,
now.
and then like. Danzig was there, and I was like, Danzig, man, great music. I said something like corny or something.
You said, hey, Glenn. And he was like in the middle of a conversation, and he was just like, what?
Yeah.
And he was like your stuff.
And then these guys were like, Jersey.
We gave him a jersey.
I feel like that's one of the worst people to like say that to, because he don't give a fuck.
He's like a jerk off, right?
There were so many people there though. So Ron Jeremy was there.
Yeah.
Dave
What?
Grohl.
Ron Jeremy was there.
Third time I met Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
What?
Third time. And then after
Alice
that,
Cooper was
I was kind of like, dude, who am I hanging out with? This is what am I doing? This is the third time I was in the same place.
Yeah,
as Ron
that's a problem. That's what you gotta like.
I need to really kind of
check
figure
yourself
something out here, because this is just weird.
Yeah, Alice Cooper. We saw Alice Cooper and Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl walked up to you and was like, Zildjian,
Yeah,
nice.
you told me that. Sure, crazy.
And I was like, thank you, Dave Grohl. Thank you for Smells Like Teen Spirit.
And thank you for the 90s.
Right. And then we, Mickey D.
Yeah,
right?
ran into Mickey.
Oh
D.
yeah, we found a bottle of what the fuck is that drink called? Like the
Fireball or
Jägermeister.
We found a bottle of
Jägermeister.
We found like a secret bar upstairs with like half, because the bottom bar was like packed out. We found like a secret bar upstairs with like a reasonable amount of people, like music blasting and like a bottle of liquor, and like we were rolling joints inside too. Like it was such a fun night.
It was such a night.
Like really epic.
Yeah.
Jeez. That sounds super epic.
It was really awesome.
That was a cool story. Yeah, cool day.
That's super epic.
Cool night.
Miguel also wanted to say thanks for putting the ramps together for the Blaney Cup.
Oh, no worries, brother.
How was the Blaney Cup, by the way?
It was awesome,
We
man.
didn't talk about it.
It looked
we had
super
a really,
sick. Really
sick.
good time. So good seeing so many familiar faces. And it's kind of been a while since I've been to at least like American Blade event.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people I haven't seen.
Different scene.
Yeah, kind of different crew. And some
But this was so international.
Yeah, there's a lot of people from all over. But it's just like so great just catching up with everyone. Like,
Totally.
people you haven't seen in years. It's just like awesome. Like saw like Johnny O from Boston, and like
Yeah,
just people
he
I
was
have,
there.
like Ed Braxton I haven't seen, and like random just people I haven't seen in forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like all the core homies is like
in one spot again.
It's just awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's like such a good weekend. It was like really, really good
I had to turn off
energy.
my social media that day. I was so mad. I was like in the beginning, like, oh yeah, Blaney Cup's happening. And I started seeing so much sick shit. I'm like, I can't do this to myself.
Right.
And I
And
turned it
I
off.
ended up judging it actually. It's actually pretty
That's
funny how
sick.
it happened. I was like, actually, I was at the bar with Bailey, and I was like, we had a couple beers, like hanging out, and then the finals were about to start. And I was like, kind of just went down like looking for a spot. I'm like, I can't really get in the I'm like a tall guy. It's kind of hard for me to fit in.
Yeah.
Like with a short crowder up front. So I was like, I don't know. And I bumped into the rain, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, trying to watch the car. He's like, you want to judge? And I was like, yes.
That's how you get a spot.
I like grabbed the chair and I was like, everybody out of the way. Like, get out of the way. And like me and Paulo and then this other, I forget the guy's name, this dude from Poland. We judged and we had like the best seats. It was awesome. Yeah, it was really great.
This just goes back to the pattern of like you manifesting, you know, like entry to concerts and getting your front row seat to the Blade Cup, and that's cool, man.
That's super random.
Keep that attractive energy going. Keep it.
My friends always said they call it Chris Dafick luck. I end up in nice, cool situations.
Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it running. Keep it running.
I feel like you were doing that back in the day too. I can't remember the exact situation.
Yeah,
but I remember like you getting lucky with a lot of things back.
Kind of have like weird random luck with stuff like that.
Right.
Very fortunate.
Remember Vegas finding $700 when we were like low on gas for tour.
Found $700 at a Chipotle.
Yeah.
What? Like in the like the
when we needed.
Yeah.
Like when tour was about to be like, okay, we can't go on tour much longer.
Wow.
And then it was sick.
Even though I think we spent a lot that night. I immediately bought a carton of cigarettes and I smoked 2 out of the pack and actually quit smoking. Like after 2 out of a carton. Like,
what? Dang.
I just had 2 and I was like, I hate these things.
Like, I don't even like this.
I was driving so much and I was smoking so much, just like, because when you're the driver of like army full of dudes,
you
like
can't have fun back there with everyone
so
else.
I was just like, I don't know, just to stay away,
it's
coffee
stressful,
and cigs, and then when you're in Vegas, you can smoke everywhere too. So it's just like literally constantly smoking. And then I remember I bought the carton and I was just like, had like 2 and I was like, I really don't like these things.
Yeah.
And then I haven't, I was like,
well, that's cool.
You haven't smoked since?
I had 1 cigarette at the Rolling Stones when I saw them, but I didn't even really like it. I like don't like it anymore. I think it's gross now. It's
that's
weird.
good.
Well, hell yeah. That's good.
Yeah. It's been like 5 years, I think. It's pretty cool.
5 years, nice.
Yeah.
It's good that you don't have the craving for it anymore.
Yeah, the first like, it's funny. Like I remember like kind of I had a short fuse for a couple days. I remember like Mark asked me something. He's like, "Where are we going?" I was like, "I don't fucking know." I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Just give me like 3 more days. I'll cool out." Like, but right now,
it's weird how that works.
Yeah.
It's weird because I've quit tobacco and cigarettes before, like, and then come back to, and like those first few days, you're so irritable. Yeah. It's crazy. It's weird.
The big thing for me was like going to bars and stuff, and then like it was like a break from the bar. But then I just realized I was like, because I like going outside for a break, and I was like, you could just go outside anyway.
Yeah.
Like you can just do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's like you don't need to have a cigarette to go like outside.
Yeah, you
like,
can just go outside.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Like,
a lot of people give me that excuse too. Like it's just like a social thing. Like you
Yeah.
just do it at bars and when you're hanging out, whatever.
I do miss it sometimes. Like
But you
if
can
I'm
just
like
hang
if
out.
I'm like building something or something, it's nice to like smoke and like think about what you're gonna do, and you're like, okay, cool, and then you like put your smoke out.
Yeah, it's just like that little moment where you have an excuse to kind of just like chill.
But I'm really glad I don't smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, good. Congrats.
I definitely like towards the end, skating bowls and stuff. I'd just be like,
yeah, I can imagine.
Totally.
Tricks, you're just like,
totally.
I can imagine.
Totally.
Like, I think I'll take a little break here. It's a nice little smoke break.
Yeah, totally. Hell yeah.
Joe Dentro's in the house, by the way. He never gets to watch because we're on Wednesday nights and he works.
Oh.
If you guys want Joe Dentro on the show, let us know.
If you guys want Joe Dentro on the show, everyone DM Joe Dentro.
Blow him up.
Right now, to the point where he can't even read all the messages.
Hit him with it.
And then he has to come on
there
the show.
Go.
No, I'm just kidding.
Joe Dentro, what are you doing this Wednesday night? Let's get you on this week. You working this Wednesday?
I don't know. I didn't get my schedule yet. I'm going to get it. But you know what I'm thinking? Because we got some good time in this, right? What are we at?
120.
120?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I figure 1 or 2 more good questions.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because you know this is also one of our few days with Chris in New York City and his
how long are you here?
His lovely wife, who this is her first time visiting.
We're gonna actually head to Jersey tomorrow and do the family thing.
Yeah.
So, but I was here since Wednesday. We had a nice couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I miss New York. I'm definitely gonna come back in the spring.
Totally. I wanted to skate with you, but we got really shitty conditions.
We'll be back
Thursday.
I was looking at your map too, man. You don't have a
my map?
Yeah, in your hall, we got everything marked off.
What don't I have?
You don't. I
don't have a lot.
You don't have Portland.
No, I never. My sister lives in Portland, so I've never been there.
All right, man.
Every time we go there, tickets are stupid expensive every time. Yeah, like it's insane.
It's kind of like a weird. It's like a small
even in the
airport,
off season.
So
even in the off season, like I guess like the rainy season, whatever, which is like I guess all year. But even like tickets then are still like $600-700. Like I remember looking a few years ago and I could not find anything cheap at all.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it might be cheaper now because we got here for like $300 and it's like around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's like
damn, that's cheap.
We have like we had the red eye in and we have to leave the morning after Thanksgiving. We'd like
yeah,
it's like, and it was either that or like pay double pretty much.
But it's totally that's kind of like
that's pretty reasonable.
I actually like those kind of things where it's like you leave right after Thanksgiving, like, oh, that's over. Goodbye. I'm not lingering.
Yeah.
I'm freaking gone.
It's nice too because then I'll have the weekend off still when I go back, so it's like not right back into work.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, like a lot of time when I was going back and forth between New York and Cali and getting the transition to move here, there were times where like I'd land at like 5:36 on a red eye, and then I'd be working like straight, and I was just like, dude, it sucked, but I was just like, the whole time I was just like, yeah, we're gonna set up a place, and my dogs in a yard, and we're gonna do it. Like,
yeah,
you know, but yeah, so it's
and
cool.
You got it.
Yeah, for now. We'll see how it goes.
So people do want Joe on.
People do want Joe on. Of course they want Joe on. Who doesn't want Joe on?
Of course they want Joe on. Was there anything you wanted to talk about?
Is there a message or anything you want to say to the people?
To the people?
Yeah.
Just keep doing your thing, I guess.
What do you got going on in your future? Any plans for any trips, videos, anything like that?
For videos, I'm kind of taking...
Or Shredweiser or anything like that?
So Shredweiser I'm kind of taking a step back from.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen anything in a while.
The last video I made was kind of just like it's like half the people, like some people skate still, but it's like everyone lives so far apart. It's just kind of not the same thing anymore. So rather than just keep riding it out when it's like kind of faded away already, it's a great time. It was awesome. It was like some of the best years ever, but it's like, all right, it's like,
just let it be where it is. Yeah.
So I'll definitely like, I still want to make, like I'll probably make edits. I don't know if I'll ever make a video again. I'll probably make a video with Mark or something, or like collaboration, but I don't think I'll ever make like a whole video myself. I don't really know. Who knows?
Whatever happens, you just go with the flow.
I just made one last year, so maybe in like another year I'll like want to do it again. But yeah, I'm kind of just letting it be what it is, you know.
Well, I know that a lot of people really liked those shirts. So if you ever get a new shirt, let us know, because we do have an online shop at Jump Street. Just letting everyone know. And if you guys want to see if you don't like what you're hearing and you want to see another Shredweiser shirt, blow up Chris's.
There you go. Hit him up.
DM him. Blow him up. And if he gets enough messages, maybe he'll be motivated to make a shirt, because they were really cool shirts.
I'll let your boy.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing another run of Steve shirts, just because.
Those shirts are cool, man. Yeah. Like, I would definitely get one.
I need to get a Steve shirt.
Because actually, I don't even think I have one. I have like a patch on a hoodie, but I don't have like
the original. Yeah.
I don't think so. I might like hidden somewhere.
There has to be a Steve. He's like the most famous dog in blading.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's like
two pro wheels. Maybe
2 pro wheels.
3, actually, kind of 3.
He has more pro wheels than like all
He's
of
got
us.
3 pro wheels.
How is he?
He's doing good. He's up there. He's in his senior. He's like definitely older, but he's doing
How old
good,
is he?
man. He's like 11.
11? Oh, that's not that bad. I thought he was older than that.
No, he's like, I'd say like about 11.
Is he back at the house?
Right now? He's actually chilling with Stokely.
Yeah. Oh, and Portland, you didn't take him with you?
No.
He's
like, I think he's a little too old to fly anymore. I mean,
big boy.
I don't doubt that he couldn't, but it's like just extra stress. It's not necessary. You know?
Yeah. 3 pro wheels.
Yeah.
3 pro wheels. He's gonna be eligible for the Veterans Cup soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in dog years, he's up there.
Yeah. He's really up there.
Yeah.
October Farmer. I don't know why we haven't touched on this yet. How's the Portland scene?
It's good.
How is it now?
There's a lot of people ripping up there, and pretty like healthy scene they have.
You skate with Howie?
Like Jeff?
Yeah.
Not too. He just had a kid, so he's like doing dad stuff. I see Shane McClay a little bit. I've seen Jeff. I've been out skating with Jeff once or twice. He's still killing it. It's like
he's still so good.
We had like clips of him the day after he got surgery, and he's like doing like
true fish brain and stuff. Still,
it's actually
he was hurt.
Yeah, and he like true fish brain like up this thing. I'm just like,
he just posted clips.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how good he is. It's so weird.
Actually, I like watching some of the old, like I think he recently put up like a bunch of like old clips of him, and it's just like some of the shit people used to do is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like especially him, like the dude, just like the disasters. And
especially him. And I'm not
remember
sure.
that was that New York comp where he did disaster on that King Grill. I was actually talking about that with Sean yesterday.
Yeah,
and we were like, dude, that was like so insane. Like it's absolutely.
He was like in full
Franco
beast mode that time too.
And that's the craziest thing about like that's what I'm saying. Like it's I don't mean to disparage Jeff when I say it's like so weird, but he used to do like some of like the biggest hammers and like stuff that is like super athletically demanding. And when you look at him, especially back then, I'm sure he's different now as he's become a man, but he was just like a very he was like early late teens, right? He was just like a he just didn't look like he was capable of that stuff. Like, he just didn't look like he was
he had it.
He's just like
a very frail kind of guy.
No, he's just like a skinny guy. Like, he's soft spoken and And then he just do like
the beast mode,
just crazy,
yeah,
like stuff that like if you had like a dark side you would do. I'm like, this guy's doing a little darker stuff, like you know,
do like the huge drop kinks back in the day, like early Be Unique days, and stuff like that,
like crazy drop rails, 2 drop, like
yeah.
I remember in some video it was like
people were
Air
hungry.
or something. There's some Adventures in Rollerblading.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like sold some drop rail to like straight like 14-foot drop. And the rail just like came off like a fire escape, and then it just ended to just like just like
yeah.
That like really tried it. Was it that Stuyvesant kink? Is that what it's called?
You guys both tried it together.
Yeah. No, we tried different days.
You did try it together one day though.
Oh, that's right.
You both tried it different days. Then you tried it together
one day.
Yeah, and
we all failed. That sucked. Yeah.
The worst.
No one walked away from.
Wasn't that ground like weird or something like that?
I think
like,
we learned
that's our logic. Yeah,
we learned later.
Tennis court.
No, it's
clay.
true.
It's like
they make
court.
it hollow.
Yeah,
the tennis court ground.
Yeah,
right. So
it's like a clay and it's hollow, so it's soft.
Right.
And
so it gives.
Yeah.
It's
beast.
When I was in the air, like jumping off that, I was like so confident. I was like, I was in there. I was in the air. I was like, it's done. The deed has been done. It's over. And then when I landed, it was like a shotgun, like poof, and I was like, whoa! Like I just stopped.
And you were jumping the biggest shit back then,
dude.
too.
I front flipped. Do you remember that? Like I stopped and like
I
you like
buckled and
feet
flipped
over my head after that. So
jeez,
that was fun.
That
was good days.
I remember because Franco tried it too, but the first time he tried it was an accident.
Which is he just wanted to sweat stance
the whole rail,
and then he just far side Mizzou'd, and he was just like Louis 180'd over it. We were like, dude, Franco just died. He just like disappeared over the fence.
And then he's like,
yo, call the ambulance or the coroner, whoever you got. He's like, dead.
He's like, I'm just gonna try it then, I guess. And then he tried, and he wasn't like a gap guy either.
No,
so that was like not a good idea for him to do that.
Yeah,
but he did try it also. I guess you 3 were the only 3 who tried it.
Yeah, 3 dummies.
I wonder if anybody could do that now. 3 dummies.
3 dummies. No, I'm just kidding. Those guys are smart. But yeah, that's funny stuff.
Mike Torres, did you tell the story of Steve gas station? Or does anyone already know that story?
Of how he came to be?
I guess so. Is that what it is?
Well, first he was in Alaska, right?
we have a backstory. We made up a backstory.
I don't even know the story
where he busted out of dog jail. But all right, so what happened was we were actually at a powwow in Florida. It was in Pensacola, and we had to leave. We actually wanted to stay, but we had to leave Sunday because Sammy was on house arrest and needed to be back home. So if Sammy wasn't on house arrest, we wouldn't have found Steve.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Shout out Sammy.
So we're driving back. It was me, Joey, Sammy, Johnny Boy, this dude from Florida, and then Stokely. And we're driving back, and everyone really wanted slushies. So we're like, all right, let's get some slushies. So we pull over to this gas station, and there's like this dog romping around the mud, just like being a dog. And we're like, oh, look at that dog, whatever. So we pull up in the gas station, and everyone walks inside, and I'm filling up the gas tank, and he just like walked right up to me, and he's just like just smiling, wagging his tail, like, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, what's up, buddy? I'm gonna name you Steve. Like that was like the first thing I said to him. And then like everyone came out, and there was like, what's this dog doing here? I was like, oh, this is Steve. He's gonna be he's part of the gang now. Like he's gonna be coming with us. And I was like still kind of joking. And then they're like, whose fucking dog is this? Like, whose dog is this? And then there's like literally no one there. There's one person actually, and we were like, is this your dog? And they're like, no. And then they left. And then he walked over to the trash can and was like sniffing around for some food. And I think we had like a KFC snacker, and we like pulled over to the trash can, and we're like, yo, you want the snacker? And he's like, hell yeah. And he just jumped in, and then that was it. And he just took him. Yeah, that was it. There was like no tags or anything on him. So we're just like,
You're
I don't
Steve.
know. I don't know what his backstory was before that, but I guarantee he like definitely came up as escaped
out of jail.
Yeah.
And he's so friendly and loving.
Dude,
though.
He's the best. Like
he's not a jailbird.
We're like when we were in
he's been to Spain.
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, he's traveled a lot more than most people.
He's been to Switzerland. He's been to France.
Mad stamps in his passport.
He's been to France.
Mad stamps in his passport.
He's been to France. Actually, we snuck
he had
him
croissants in the corner.
when Seba got in that bus accident. We surprised him in Leon. We like drove out to Leon from Spain, and we like went in the hospital, and he didn't know we were coming, and we snuck Steve into the hospital on a wheelchair, like
no way,
like a Trojan wheelchair.
Yeah.
We just like walked in and opened the door, and he was just like, he said it was really, because he's like really bummed out. It's like just happened like a week before. He's like really hurt.
Right.
And he said it was like his first like jump of like happiness, and then like from there he started like to get better.
Yeah.
So he's like it was like so important for him, but like
Totally.
it was so cool. He was so stoked when we rolled in. Yeah, we just rolled in, and actually the nurse came in and like literally like walked in and like almost stepped on Steve, but didn't even notice him.
Yeah.
We were just like everyone was just like
don't say anything,
real quiet.
Yeah.
And then she just like left.
Wow.
It was pretty hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah. Then we went to Switzerland after that, to Geneva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve gets around, man.
He always brightens up everyone's day.
Yeah,
he really does.
No matter who you are, you
Yeah.
meet Steve.
Yeah.
He lays with his paws crossed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get a lot like when I show up without him somewhere. It's like, where's Steve? Like I'm a jerk or something.
Yeah.
It's like what? No one cares about me.
Yeah.
Like, where's Steve? It's like, oh, whatever. I don't
like
want to hang out with Chris. I want to hang out with Dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, hey, Chris, how you doing? Steve.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Steve, good to see you brought Chris with you.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, man, she goes, Steve. Oh, that's Steve. I tell her about Steve.
Nice, cool.
Steve's the man.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we had a good run here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show. Thanks for coming on, man.
Dude, thanks
Appreciate
for having me.
it.
It's great to see you. Great
Thanks for coming. Hell
great
yeah.
to kick it with you.
We
guys,
gotta link
you know?
up again soon.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go
next
have
time
a-
we'll get a session.
Now we're gonna go have a day in the city.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna
hit
go,
the Big Apple.
Oh, the Big Apple.
Touristy stuff.
Touristy stuff. Forget about it.
I want to shout out to our sponsors once again.
Yep.
Rolling Along and Inline Movement.
Check that out.
By Richard Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out at rollingalongdoc.com. And
as always, follow us subscribe to our YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Instagram. Go to our Facebook page and like it. And, if you're feeling, you went to the bar last night and you have an extra couple bucks for money that you didn't spend because you were being thoughtful and you didn't want to get too drunk last night, that's good for you. I'm proud of you. Send it our way. We have a Patreon. So just ship it right over to us and we'll use it to get guests like this on,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're especially grateful for all the support that we've gotten from everybody.
Yes, we really
congratulations to Richard Corley on his t-shirt or hat.
And everyone, seriously, we want to see a winner of this Ryan
Yes.
Jackalone thing. Come on. He's giving away like wheels that FR wheels.
Get out there
Come
and get
on.
your toe slides on.
Okay, here's the thing. If y'all don't do it by the 30th, I'm going to go do it because that's it. This is an offer. Come on. You got to get those wheels. I'm not going to do it. I'm
Miguel's
just kidding.
got
I'm about to say, this is on the record right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to go do it.
Miguel's exempt. Miguel and Chris Edwards are the two people who are exempt. From
That's
this.
so messed up that Austin exempted Miguel.
No, I think we did declare that too with
Yeah.
Jacqueline. We're like, we know he could do it already.
All right,
Yeah,
fair
and he
enough.
lives on a vert ramp.
Yeah.
There's like 3 there.
I'm sorry, Miguel. Anybody else? So just get that so we can get that done. And yeah, follow us and thanks for checking out the episode.
Hell yeah. Chris, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, we'll see you guys soon.
Cheers, everybody.